Long, long ago, when the world was still young and magic danced openly in the daylight, there lived a spider named Anansi. Now, Anansi was no ordinary spider. He was clever, cunning, and always looking for ways to outsmart others. He was what the people called a trickster, and his stories were told around fires from village to village across all of West Africa. In those early days, wisdom was scattered throughout the world like seeds on the wind. Some wisdom lived in the songs of birds, some in the whisper of wind through trees, some in the pattern of stars across the night sky, and some in the hearts and minds of people and animals. Anansi looked around at all this scattered wisdom and had what he thought was a brilliant idea.
Why should wisdom be spread all over the place where anyone can find it? I should gather all the wisdom in the world and keep it for myself. Then I'll be the smartest creature alive, and everyone will have to come to me for answers.
So Anansi set about his plan. He was very clever, after all, and he knew exactly how to go about collecting wisdom. First, he went to the birds and challenged them to riddle contests, winning their wisdom through his quick wit. Then he visited the wise old elephants and convinced them to share their knowledge by flattering them and telling them stories. He traveled to the deepest parts of the forest to learn the secrets that the trees whispered to each other. He even climbed to the highest mountains to gather the wisdom that lived in the clouds. Day after day, week after week, Anansi collected wisdom from every corner of the world. As he gathered it, he stored it all in a large calabash, a hollow gourd that grew bigger and bigger as he filled it with all the knowledge he had collected. Soon, the calabash was enormous, holding all the wisdom of the world inside it. Anansi was delighted with himself.
Now I am the wisest creature that has ever lived,
he said, dancing around his precious gourd.
All the wisdom of the world belongs to me.
But then Anansi began to worry.
What if someone tries to steal my wisdom? What if animals come looking for their knowledge back? I need to hide this somewhere safe, somewhere no one will ever think to look.
He thought, and finally decided that the top of the tallest palm tree in the forest would be the perfect hiding place.
No one will ever think to look up there. And even if they do, the tree is too tall and smooth for anyone else to climb.
So Anansi tied the calabash full of wisdom around his neck and began to climb the palm tree. But he immediately ran into a problem. The calabash was so large that it hung down in front of his belly, making it impossible for him to hug the tree trunk properly. Every time he tried to climb, the gourd would bump against the tree and knock him back down. Again and again he tried, and again he fell. His 8 legs scrambled against the smooth bark, but he couldn't get a proper grip with the big calabash in the way. Unknown to Anansi, his young son Takuma had been watching from the bushes. The little spider had been wondering what his father was up to with that enormous gourd. Finally, he couldn't stand watching anymore.